In the next few minutes, I'm going to reveal 3 meats that are so dangerous for seniors. One is banned in several countries, and another increases your stroke risk every time you eat it. But first, let me ask you this. When was the last time you felt truly energetic and mentally sharp all day long? If it's been a while, your protein choices might be to blame. Most seniors are unknowingly consuming foods that drain their energy, cloud their thinking, and accelerate aging. The processed meat industry has spent billions convincing you that their products are safe, convenient protein sources. But the research tells a very different story. I'll also share 3 incredible meats that can actually reverse this damage, boost your brain power, and give you the vitality you had decades ago. Make sure you watch until the end, because the last meat I recommend could literally add years to your life. Before you continue watching, please don't forget to like and subscribe and open the notification bell for more seniors love. 1. Turkey and ham. Let's start with the most common mistake seniors make when choosing protein. Most seniors think they're making a smart choice when they reach for turkey or ham from the deli counter. But there's something lurking in these meats that's quietly attacking your brain. Every single day, millions of older adults walk into grocery stores and head straight to the deli section. They order their usual sliced turkey, lean ham, or roast beef, believing they're choosing a healthy protein for their sandwiches and salads. For decades, these processed meats have been marketed as convenient, low-fat options perfect for seniors who want quick meals without the hassle of cooking. But what most people miss is the chemical preservative hiding in nearly every slice. It's called sodium nitrite, and it's added to keep the meat looking fresh and pink. The moment this chemical enters your body, it combines with amino acids from the meat to create compounds called N-nitroso compounds, which are carcinogenic and linked to cognitive decline according to data from the Alzheimer's Association International Conference. The Alzheimer's Association found that processed red meat intake raises dementia risk by 14%. In 133,000-person study, just 3/4 of an ounce a day of processed red meat raised dementia risk 13% and added nearly 2 years of cognitive aging. That's less than 2 thin slices of deli ham. Your brain literally ages faster when you eat these meats regularly. Daily processed meat molecules can damage tiny blood vessels and raise your risk of silent strokes over time. I've seen this pattern countless times in my practice. The processed meat industry had convinced countless seniors that sliced turkey was a smart choice, but those daily doses of sodium nitrite were slowly poisoning their brains. The food companies know exactly what they're doing with their labels. You'll see low sodium plastered across packages that still contain dangerous amounts of salt. A single serving can pack 500 to 800 milligrams of sodium, enough to spike your blood pressure within hours. Even natural deli meats use celery powder as nitrite. Your body absorbs it the same way. Here's what nobody tells you about this silent attack on your brain. The damage doesn't happen overnight. Each slice of processed meat adds a tiny bit more inflammation to your blood vessels. Over months and years, this inflammation builds up like rust in old pipes. Your arteries become stiff and narrow. Blood flow to your brain slows down. Memory problems start small, maybe forgetting a name or two. Then they get worse. Eventually, simple tasks become impossible. The scariest part is how normal this seems. Doctors rarely connect daily deli meat consumption to cognitive decline. Most seniors assume memory problems are just part of aging. They don't realize their lunch choices are accelerating their mental decline by years. The processed meat industry has spent billions convincing you these products are safe, convenient protein sources. Meanwhile, your brain pays the price every day you eat them. But here's the incredible news that could change everything. The same neurology study found that replacing 1 daily serving of processed red meat with nuts and legumes reduced dementia risk by 19%. Even better, it reversed cognitive aging by 1.37 years. Your brain can actually heal when you stop poisoning it with these dangerous chemicals. But deli meats aren't the only processed proteins putting seniors at risk. There's another breakfast favorite that health experts classify in the same dangerous category as cigarettes. 2. Sausages and hot dogs. That morning sausage or afternoon hot dog carries a risk most seniors never consider. The World Health Organization classifies processed meats as carcinogenic, and research shows they raise your colorectal cancer risk by about 18% per daily hot dog serving. For decades, sausages and hot dogs have been comfort food staples for millions of seniors. They're quick, familiar, and seem like harmless protein sources. You grab a pack from the freezer, toss one in the microwave, and you've got a meal in minutes. Many older adults grew up eating these foods at barbecues, ball games, and family gatherings. They feel safe, nostalgic, and convenient. But what most people miss is these foods create a dangerous combination that's especially threatening for anyone over 60. Processed meats load your arteries with nitrates and saturated fat, raising blood pressure and inflammation. When you eat these foods, nitrates convert to nitrosamines in your body, compounds that directly damage DNA and fuel cancer growth. The bacteria in your gut make this worse by creating inflammation that promotes tumor development, especially in your colon and stomach. The sodium content in these foods is absolutely shocking. Most sausages and hot dogs contain between 500 and 800 milligrams of sodium per serving. That's nearly half your daily limit in a single food item. When you eat this much sodium at once, your blood pressure shoots up within hours. Your kidneys struggle to process the excess salt, causing your body to retain fluid. Your heart has to work harder to pump this extra fluid through your system. The pressure on your artery walls increases dramatically. Here's why seniors are particularly vulnerable to this sodium assault. As you age, your blood vessels become less elastic and more rigid. Your kidneys don't filter sodium as efficiently as they used to. Your body's natural mechanisms for controlling blood pressure start to fail. When you combine these age-related changes with a massive sodium load from processed meat, you create the perfect conditions for a cardiovascular disaster. Each serving of these foods also damages the delicate lining of your blood vessels. The excess sodium causes tiny tears in your artery walls. Your body tries to repair this damage by sending cholesterol and other substances to patch the tears. Over time, these patches build up into dangerous plaques that narrow your arteries. The inflammation from the processed meat makes this process even worse, creating rough, sticky surfaces where blood clots can easily form. Research from the Alzheimer's Association shows that 2 servings per week of processed red meat raises dementia risk by 14%. Most seniors don't realize they're threatening their brain health every time they eat these foods. The cumulative effect builds silently over months and years. Each serving adds more inflammation to your system, more plaque to your arteries, and more stress to your cardiovascular system. The scariest part is how quickly this damage accumulates. Blood tests show that inflammation markers spike within hours of eating processed meat. Your blood becomes stickier and more likely to clot. Your blood pressure stays elevated for hours after eating. If you're eating these foods regularly, your body never gets a chance to recover from this constant assault. The incredible news is that replacing one processed meat serving weekly with beans or nuts can cut dementia risk by 20%. Your inflammation markers drop, your blood pressure stabilizes, and your arteries begin to heal. But there's another category of meat that might surprise you with how much damage it causes to your body.
3. Breaded and fried red meats. Fried chicken, breaded cutlets, and similar comfort foods create a perfect storm of inflammation that accelerates aging in your body. For generations, these meals have been Sunday dinner staples and restaurant favorites. Many seniors grew up eating these foods at family gatherings, church potlucks, and local diners. They represent comfort, tradition, and satisfaction. When you want something filling and familiar, these breaded and fried meats feel like safe choices that remind you of better times. But what most people miss is these foods create a dangerous combination that's especially harmful after age 60. High-heat frying produces harmful compounds that drive inflammation and accelerate joint pain and skin aging. At the same time, the breading process traps inflammatory oils that oxidize during cooking, creating even more toxic compounds that attack your cells from the inside. Here's how the breading makes everything worse. The flour coating acts like a sponge, soaking up whatever oil you're using for frying. Most restaurants and home cooks use vegetable oils loaded with omega-6 fatty acids. When these oils heat up to frying temperatures, they break down into harmful substances that cause inflammation throughout your body. The breading locks these damaged oils against the meat, forcing you to eat concentrated doses of inflammatory compounds with every bite. Research from the BMJ shows that eating fried chicken just once a week raises your death risk by 13%. These foods trigger system-wide inflammation that leads to joint pain, constant fatigue, and cognitive decline. Your immune system treats these toxic compounds like foreign invaders, launching an attack that creates inflammation in your joints, muscles, and brain. This inflammation doesn't just hurt, it actively damages your tissues and accelerates the aging process. The impact on seniors is particularly devastating because inflammation interferes with muscle protein synthesis. Your body needs to constantly rebuild and repair muscle tissue to maintain strength and mobility. When you're dealing with chronic inflammation from fried foods, this repair process slows down dramatically. You lose muscle mass faster, feel weaker, and become more prone to falls and injuries. The very foods you think are giving you strength are actually stealing it away. The breading bomb spikes your blood sugar, crashes your energy, and feeds chronic inflammation. The breading is mostly refined carbohydrates that hit your bloodstream like a sugar bomb. Your pancreas has to pump out massive amounts of insulin to deal with this glucose surge. Within hours, your blood sugar crashes, leaving you tired and irritable. Your body struggles to maintain steady energy levels, making you feel decades older than you actually are. The inflammation from fried meats also damages the delicate lining of your arteries, creating rough surfaces where dangerous blood clots can form. Each serving adds more stress to your cardiovascular system, increasing your risk of heart attack and stroke. The oils used in frying become rancid when heated repeatedly, creating compounds that are toxic to your heart and brain. The incredible news is that you can cut your inflammation and clotting risk when you skip fried meats even a few times a week. Your joints hurt less, your mind feels clearer, and your energy improves when you stop poisoning your system with these inflammatory foods. While these processed and fried meats are slowly destroying your health, there's one protein source that works in the complete opposite direction.
The ocean's brain booster, wild-caught fish. Wild-caught fish is nature's most powerful brain and heart medicine specifically designed for senior health needs. Most people think all fish are basically the same, but wild-caught varieties contain nutrients that can literally reverse the damage caused by processed meats and fried foods. The secret weapon in wild salmon is a compound called astaxanthin, the pigment that gives the fish its vibrant red color. This powerful antioxidant reduces oxidative stress and inflammation based on clinical trials published in Nutrients Journal. Wild salmon contains 2 to 4 times more astaxanthin than farmed varieties because they eat krill and plankton in their natural habitat. This compound protects your cells from damage and inflammation at the deepest level. But what most people miss is how omega-3 fatty acids, EPA and DHA, work as specialized repair agents for your cardiovascular system. These compounds actively prevent blood clots by making your blood less sticky and more fluid. They reduce inflammation in your artery walls, preventing the buildup of dangerous plaques. They also help maintain healthy blood pressure by keeping your blood vessels flexible and responsive. The American Heart Association recommends eating fish like wild salmon at least twice a week, specifically because of these cardioprotective benefits. The research on fish consumption is absolutely remarkable. In the Nutrition, Health, and Aging trial, seniors eating sardines or salmon twice weekly saw 29% bone density improvement and 32% triglyceride reduction. These healthy fats replace the saturated fats from red meat and processed foods, directly combating 3 major heart disease risk factors: elevated triglycerides, high blood pressure, and chronic inflammation. Your cardiovascular system begins healing within weeks of adding wild-caught fish to your diet. Here's why omega-3s are so crucial for your brain health. Unlike many nutrients, EPA and DHA can cross the blood-brain barrier and get directly to your brain cells. Once there, they reduce neuroinflammation, the underlying cause of memory problems and cognitive decline. They support the formation of new memories by helping brain cells communicate more effectively. They also protect existing brain cells from damage caused by toxic compounds from processed foods. In one study, seniors eating fish twice a week cut their dementia risk 10%. Not just theory, real results. The preparation method makes a huge difference in preserving these beneficial nutrients. Gently bake salmon with a sprinkle of lemon and herbs to preserve omega-3s. Set your oven to 350 degrees and bake for about 12 to 15 minutes per inch of thickness. Choose low-mercury varieties like salmon, sardines, and trout up to 12 ounces weekly per FDA guidance. You can also pair fish with antioxidant-rich vegetables like spinach, broccoli, or colorful bell peppers to enhance nutrient absorption. The healthy fats in fish actually help your body absorb fat-soluble vitamins from vegetables, making the entire meal more nutritious. The incredible news is that eating wild-caught fish twice weekly can reduce your stroke risk by up to 30% and improve cognitive function within months. Your blood becomes less likely to clot, your arteries become more flexible, and your brain gets the nutrients it needs to stay sharp. Many of my patients notice better memory and clearer thinking within just a few weeks of adding salmon to their regular meal rotation. Fish provides incredible brain benefits, but there's another protein source that's essential for maintaining your strength and independence as you age.
2. The muscle guardian, pasture-raised poultry. Pasture-raised chicken and turkey provide the complete amino acid profile your muscles need to fight age-related muscle loss. Most seniors think all chicken is basically the same, but pasture-raised birds contain nutrients that work like specialized medicine for aging bodies. The key difference lies in the superior protein quality that these birds provide for muscle protein synthesis, the process your body uses to build and repair muscle tissue. Here's the critical guideline every senior needs to know. The International Society of Sports Nutrition recommends 1.4 to 2.0 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight to support muscle synthesis. And pasture-raised poultry is one of the highest quality sources available. Consuming 20 to 30 grams of high-quality protein per meal triggers the maximum muscle-building response in older adults. This protein intake range helps overcome age-related anabolic resistance, the condition that makes your body less efficient at using protein for muscle building. A single serving of pasture-raised chicken breast provides about 25 grams of protein, hitting that sweet spot perfectly. The leucine content in pasture-raised poultry is particularly important for triggering muscle protein synthesis. Leucine is an essential amino acid that acts as a key signal for initiating muscle building. Consuming poultry with adequate leucine content, especially after resistance training, helps seniors maintain and build muscle mass. Even light resistance exercises like lifting small weights or doing wall push-ups become more effective when combined with high-quality protein intake. Protein from high-quality poultry fuels the immune system's antibody production. Your immune system needs a constant supply of amino acids to create the white blood cells that fight infections. Seniors who don't get enough high-quality protein become more susceptible to illnesses that can lead to hospitalization and further muscle loss. Preparation methods make a huge difference in maximizing protein absorption and digestibility for older adults. Bake or roast skin-on thighs at 375 degrees Fahrenheit until juices run clear to keep meat tender and nutrient-rich. The dark meat in thighs contains more nutrients and stays moist during cooking. Avoid high-heat cooking methods like frying, which create harmful compounds and reduce nutritional value. Timing your protein intake throughout the day maximizes the benefits. Instead of eating most of your protein at dinner, spread it evenly across 3 meals. Have eggs with breakfast, add chicken to your lunch salad, and include turkey in your dinner. This steady supply of amino acids keeps your muscle-building machinery running all day. The incredible news is that incorporating pasture-raised poultry can help seniors maintain muscle mass, improve immune function, and sustain independence well into their 80s and beyond. Your muscles recover faster from daily activities. You feel stronger getting up from chairs, and climbing stairs becomes easier. The superior protein quality helps maintain the muscle mass that keeps you independent and active. But while high-quality protein builds your strength, there's another nutrient powerhouse that could replace dozens of expensive supplements sitting in your medicine cabinet.
Nature's multivitamin, grass-fed beef and liver. A 3-ounce serving of grass-fed liver delivers more B12 and heme iron than most supplements. Grass-fed beef, and especially liver, are nutrient powerhouses that address common deficiencies plaguing seniors. Most older adults pop multiple vitamins every morning, hoping to fill nutritional gaps in their diets. But synthetic supplements often struggle with absorption issues that natural food sources don't have. The nutrient density in grass-fed liver is absolutely staggering. A single 3-ounce serving contains more vitamin B12 than you need for an entire week, more iron than most people get in several days, and more folate than you'll find in pounds of vegetables. But what most people miss is these nutrients come in forms your body can actually use. The B12 in liver is already in its active form, ready to support nerve function and brain health immediately. The heme iron in liver is absorbed 4 to 5 times more efficiently than non-heme iron from supplements or plant foods. The grass-fed advantage makes these nutrients even more powerful. According to USDA data, grass-fed beef has higher omega-3 content compared to grain-fed alternatives. When cattle eat their natural diet of grass instead of processed grain, their meat develops a completely different nutritional profile. A 2020 nutrients review showed that conjugated linoleic acid in grass-fed beef reduces inflammation, creating meat that actually fights inflammation instead of causing it. Research shows these nutrients specifically combat three major health problems affecting seniors: age-related anemia, cognitive decline, and immune system weakness. The bioavailable iron in grass-fed liver directly addresses the fatigue and weakness that plague millions of older adults with iron deficiency. Many seniors struggle with low energy and assume it's just part of aging, when they're actually dealing with iron deficiency that could be corrected within weeks. The B vitamins in liver support brain function in ways that synthetic supplements simply can't match. Vitamin B12 deficiency is incredibly common in seniors and leads to memory problems, confusion, and mood changes that are often mistaken for early dementia. The natural B12 in liver works immediately to support nerve function and cognitive clarity. But what most people miss is how to make liver palatable without destroying its nutritional value. Soak liver in lemon water 30 minutes, then quickly sauté to preserve nutrients. The key is cooking liver quickly over medium-high heat for just 2 to 3 minutes per side. Overcooking creates a tough, bitter texture that turns people away from this superfood. For seniors who find livers taste too strong, grinding small amounts into ground beef provides massive nutritional benefits without the distinctive flavor. Mix 1 part liver with 3 parts ground beef for burgers, meatballs, or chili. You'll barely taste the liver, but you'll get concentrated doses of nutrients that would cost hundreds of dollars in supplement form. The bioavailable iron in grass-fed beef helps combat the fatigue and weakness common in seniors with iron deficiency. Unlike iron supplements that often cause digestive upset, the natural iron in grass-fed beef is gentle on your stomach and highly absorbable. Many of my patients noticed increased energy and better stamina within just a few weeks of adding small amounts of grass-fed beef to their weekly meal rotation. Incorporating small amounts of grass-fed beef and liver weekly can eliminate nutrient deficiencies and restore youthful energy levels that you thought were gone forever. These simple changes in your protein choices could have far-reaching effects on your health and longevity. The research on these protein swaps reveals remarkable benefits for seniors willing to make informed changes. Start this week. Swap 1 deli meat for grilled salmon or pasture-raised chicken, then share how you feel in the comments. Studies show that replacing processed red meat with healthier proteins can improve blood pressure within weeks and support cognitive function for years to come. Your body responds quickly to better protein choices. Many seniors noticed increased energy, clearer thinking, and less joint pain within just days of cutting out processed meats. The inflammation markers that accelerate aging begin dropping almost immediately when you stop feeding your body these toxic compounds. Subscribe for more evidence-based senior health guidance that could help you feel decades younger through simple, science-backed food choices.